Okay, I see them live now. Everything's playing out. I'm just gonna have a tab open just in case something goes wrong or I see an error. But like the title says, this is a test. I know not a lot of it won't be a lot of traction in here. But just want to test it out, see how it goes. Everything looks normal, like I do on Twitch. But I'm going to try to consistently use both Twitch and YouTube to stream. I want to see which platform works out better for me. It's not like Twitch isn't. It's not like Twitch isn't working out for me, but I kind of want to do both just to get myself out there. And I guess whichever platform is more successful to me, I'll use, but I'll always use both. Because, you know, Twitch has its benefits and then YouTube has its benefits as well. And if you are watching this right now in here, or you're just watching the rebroadcast, which is fine too, I'll just explain what I'm doing. I am currently shiny hunting for each of the roamers in Hard Gold, obviously, 4th gen, full odds. 1DS. I'm single console hunting. You know, I don't do the 2 consoles to 3 to 4 to 5. Yeah, I don't do that. Not only is it quite a lot of money to get 5 other capture cards, I just rather, you know, do a single console only. I don't need that many to hunt, even though it'll be better odds, of course. It's just, you know, not my style. I mean, I can still find it with just one. Just may take a long time, but that's why we hunt, right? So basically, you know, you see me running into roamer after roamer, and I'll explain the method. So obviously it's really easy to find the roamers roaming around because Ekritik City isn't blocked or barricaded by a gate. And every time you hit a new route or enter somewhere, it manipulates the roamers to move, you know, a tile. So with easy access to a route outside of Ekritik, it makes it like very, very, very easy to find both of them. And I know a lot of people that have even tried to catch the roamers, not even hunt them. They know that this is the easiest way to find them. And it's right outside the city. So there's that. Another one of my methods, well, a part of my method is having a poke to feint the first one that the first legendary that I see. If it's not shiny, of course. You know, of course, if it's shiny, I go ahead and save my game and attempt to catch it. And then, you know, feint the, obviously, the non-shiny. Because for me to get both of these roamers shiny in one file, you know, in one save, which is currently the one I'm playing right now, is a ridiculous number that I don't even think is humanly possible. So what I'm trying to say is one's going to be shiny and the other's not going to be, if I do find it shiny. Like I said, I have a poke to feint the first one that I see because they have set stats when you find them. So if they don't show up shiny in your save state, they will never be shiny. So it's always good to feint the first one, and then luck, you know, better luck the next one. And then if the, you know, of course this one isn't shiny, you're safe to reset. You don't need to feint them. You just want to feint the first one that you see that's not shiny, because they're always going to be set to be non-shiny. So you don't want to really run into them again, because that'll just waste time. So every time I, you know, soft reset and I load my last save state, I have to, you know, that's why I'm at that tile, is before I, you know, pretty much encounter them. Because I believe when you encounter them and, you know, they do their little animation where they flee, they already have set stats. So that's why I always have to encounter them first. And that's why I'm not saving, you know, right after I encounter them and see their animation. You know, not encounter them in the wild, but just pretty much activate them. When I activate them, that's what sets the code for them. So, you know, you can't save after you see them fleeing, because you have to be really confident that you're going to get a shiny. And it's 1 out of 8,192, so that's really not possible. Only if you're like the luckiest person on earth. So that's why I save at that specific tile. So when my save state loads, when I soft reset, they can generate a new code in the game. But that's just the technicalities of it all. But, you know, I'm pretty sure you catch my drift. Just all in all, I have a method to hunting the roamers, and they work. And multiple sources can tell you that. I'm not sure how many people attempted this hunt, but I'm going to try and do it myself and upload it, because this is a new type of hunt. Like, I'm really foreign when it comes to this, so I had to do a whole bunch of research. And I've had people, well, one person in specific, do this hunt, and, you know, he had helped me out and get me prepared. And, you know, I said, why not? You know, I have pretty good luck in this game. And, you know, playing in shiny hunting and brilliant diamond and shining pearl, I've built a tolerance. So, you know, as you can see, and, you know, as you saw before, finding the roamers, I mean, as easy as this hunt is, it's kind of intermediate. It's kind of hit or miss with the roamers. You know, they could either show up right away, or they may take some time, like, you know, right now. But, you know, like I said, shiny hunting and brilliant diamond and shining pearl is built in a whole new tolerance for me. So that's why I'm able to attempt this hunt, even though the odds are 1 out of 8,192. However, since I'm pretty much encountering two two roamers at once, it's 2 out of 8,192 because I'm encountering 2 Pokemon every reset. Oh, that was weird. I have never seen that happen. It just turned, night mode. Yeah, I haven't played Heart Gold, Soul Silver enough for, the clocks to change too much. So that kind of startled me. I'm like, uh-oh. But that's pretty much it. It's kind of, like I said, I already have the method down packed. It's not a hard hunt once you are prepared. I mean, you don't even need to know the technicality of it all. I just like to explain it. Oh, that was fast. I just turned around and it just showed up. But like I said, I like explaining the technicality, but just all in all, it's not a hard hunt. It's kind of intermediate. It takes time. And, you can get really lucky encountering the legendary roamers. Like, I'm talking about, like, encountering them, not seeing them shiny. You can pretty much either get lucky and, find the both of them right away to check them, or it may take maybe about 1.5 to 2 minutes, but that's fine. When you are determined to find these roamers, you'll build tolerance. So, with that being said, I just have to get really lucky. Keep trying and hope that I get lucky, because it'll come. Just that determination. And since this is a hunt that I've never even done before, I'm really, stoked. A lot of shiny hunting can be, very tedious and have you thinking like, oh, I'm ever going to get this. And, you start getting impatient, but I don't think it's going to be like that for this specific hunt for the first time. Now, I'll tell you this much. Let's say I got Raikou shiny and Entei didn't shine. The only way for me to get Entei shiny is for me to hard reset my whole game and do the whole process again, but it will be luck. Because you're not guaranteed a specific, roamer shiny. Any of them can be shiny. It's kind of like playing a roulette. So if you're hunting both of the roamers, you have to be pretty lucky, because you may end up finding the same roamer that you previously caught shiny. But, it's kind of like say for instance, a good example is the shiny starter hunt. The shiny starter hunt is pretty similar if you want to get, another specific poke shiny. Like, I'll explain this scenario. Like, let's say I wanted Totodile shiny because I previously hunted for a shiny starter, because, of course you can't choose which starter is shiny because it's predetermined. It's kind of the same with the roamers. They're kind of predetermined. So let's say I hunted a starter. Cyndaquil showed up shiny. And let's say I wanted Totodile. Now, I'm not guaranteed Totodile. I have to get lucky enough that the shiny RNG is, in Totodile's favor and not in Chikorita's or another Cyndaquil's. But, you don't have the power to do that. So you have to be lucky twice, is pretty much essentially what I'm saying. It's kind of like, that's a scenario. So, it relates to the roamers as well. You have to get lucky twice if you want another specific poke shiny, because you don't get to choose. But, you know, if you're really, really, really wanting that other shiny, like wanting, you know, both or maybe like all three when it comes to starters, like if you want all three starters shiny and, you know, you want both roamers shiny, not only do you have to be lucky in finding, you know, the shiny, it has to actually, you know, you have to hit that that heads or tails. So it's doable. It's just, you know, sweating profusely emoji. But yeah, like I said, I like this hunt. It's not too bad. Especially when you're prepped. All you need is the drive. And like I said, this is my first time streaming on YouTube. I normally stream on Twitch, twitch.tv/theblackscarecrow. I mean, it's the same. Like I said before, I just wanted to stream on here just for a second, kind of feel out how, you know, YouTube streaming is. Of course, I'm not going to really have an audience because I, you know, just threw this together. But this is definitely going to be, you know, archived. All my streams, I feel like I'm going to save on my channel. And, you know, if they happen to get deleted, it's because I don't, you know, want that specific archive. You know, I don't want a buildup of streams where, you know, it's kind of dull, if that makes sense. But I'll try to archive all of the decent to, you know, good ones or good VODs that I want to keep. But I don't want so much that it, you know, floods my channel and people's notifications. So I'll be pretty conservative when I stream on YouTube. Because on Twitch, you know, I stream like 3 times almost. Especially if I have a lot of free time, and that could annoy people because a lot of people have, you know, the follow notifications, and if they see I'm going live like 3 times a day, that can get, I can see how that can probably get annoying. So we'll see how it goes. And I know there's a lot of exposure on YouTube. So anywhere I could stream is to, you know, just put myself out there. And that's pretty much just YouTube and Twitch. I kind of want to do both. You know, put myself out there. I know I sound like a broken record, but you know, I see a lot of people that enjoy shiny hunting streams, so I want to be one of them. And trust me, I'll be more interactive, you know, the more exposure that I get. Like I said, this is a test stream, so it's, you know, kind of plain right now, but trust me, it'll be way more colorful in the future. That's why I just have like a thumbnail of like a shiny Raikou, and didn't even mention in my title that I'm shiny hunting, because this was a test. I'm just gonna stream for just like about 10 more minutes, at least till I get to 150. Like I said, just to put myself out there. I get silent a lot of times, especially if, you know, there's no viewers, but, you know, I try to at least talk a little bit so people can see that I'm not that boring. Because I know shiny hunts, you know, they're not amazing, but you know, we could definitely make it entertaining to when the moment happens. And I've seen a lot of people that stream on YouTube, and it doesn't seem that bad. I actually kind of like it more than Twitch in some ways. So, yeah. Oh yeah, another thing. I just love 4th gen as a whole. Especially shiny hunting in it. Definitely my favorite generation to shiny hunting. It's just, you know, the graphics of 4th gen, you know, always have, you know, a place in my heart. And of course, Heart Gold and Soul Silver are like you know, they're like really, really good games. You know, they're bestsellers, respectively. And in 4th gen, you know, I hunted. I you know, that's, you know, 4th gen is, you know, where I initially started shiny hunting. I mean, of course, I shiny hunted in 3rd gen, but that was back when I found out the hard way that Emerald has a broken RNG. So I soft reset it in a game that had a broken RNG, which meant I was not finding any shiny because I didn't even know my shiny frame. And, you know, resetting doesn't help. You have to hit frames. You know, it doesn't generate numbers like that. So, you know, when they stopped the broken RNG, well, they didn't really, you know, stop broken RNG. It was just Emerald specifically. Because, you know, of course, that was the hottest game. You know, why would you go back to Ruby and Sapphire when you have Emerald? You know, of course, when you went to 4th gen, when, you know, they didn't make mistakes like that anymore. Or, you know, didn't intentionally make a broken RNG. I was able to find shinies in 4th gen. And then ever since then, I loved shiny hunting in 4th gen. I mean, I still like shiny hunting in 3rd, of course. But, you know, it's kind of like 4th gen is kind of like a home when it comes to me shiny hunting, because that's where I found my first shiny when I hunted for it. You know, of course, you know, there's the red Gyarados that's implemented in the game. Everyone knows about that. But, you know, when you're exposed to something, you know, at a specific place, you know, you'll always want to go back to that place and experience it again. So that's kind of how I feel with 4th generation when it comes to shiny hunting. Of course, I shiny hunt in like every generation, you know, of course, except for like 1 and 2. I'm just saying that my favorite generation to shiny hunt is in 4th. I do shiny hunt in 3rd gen and other generations as well. It's just I'll mostly do 3rd and 4th gen hunts. And of course, with this roamer hunt that, you know, I'm pretty stoked for, you know, I'm gonna stay consistent with it. even though it is pretty tedious, you know, it's very time consuming. So if you aren't lucky, you're going to probably spend a couple months doing this. Because I even calculated it. I definitely calculated it. And I calculated if I did 100 resets each day for a month, you know, which is roughly 30 days, I'll get to 3,000 resets total by the end of the month. And that's not a lot compared to, you know, shinies that you're hunting for that, you know, you can encounter right away when you load up your save state in your game. I'm not playing on emulator, just to point that out. I have a DS with a capture card, so this is hard console. No cheating devices here at all. Never use cheating devices, especially to find shinies. So yeah, it'll take a while to you know, get, you know, big numbers, because I'm going to be resetting for quite a while unless I get really lucky. So maybe I won't get to 3,000. Maybe I'll find it in less than 3,000. That'd be nice. But by any chance I'm not that lucky, I'm looking at 3,000 resets in a month. But that's only doing 100. Each day I can probably max out just 50, because, you know, this is not by any means an easy hunt. You know, this takes about the same amount of time to reset in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl starters. So we'll say about, you know, 2,500 total for a month if I stick to 50 resets a day. But, you know, I buckled up. I'm ready. I'm ready to put in this work. What I'm mostly worried about is, you know, not, you know, of course the time, but, you know, what I'm most worried about is, you know, getting lucky enough to, you know, find both of the roamers, check if they're shiny, and then reset, or soft reset. And you can see right now I'm not really that lucky. And this is this is when it gets tedious. I mean, like I said, it's hit or miss. Now, I will probably do this in conjunction with another hunt that I'm doing, because back when I was streaming on Twitch, you know, about not even a couple, just about like 10 minutes ago, I was hunting for Snorlax and Fire Red along with this, and that is not easy. There are definitely some choke points when I'm doing those, because, you know, 3rd and 4th gen are, you know, so fast paced, and I'm constantly moving in Heart Gold, so it's kind of hard to balance out the two. But maybe when I'm feeling good, I'll double hunt. I'll double hunt, but not the exact same, you know, poke in the same generation, because I'm doing Snorlax and Fire Red, so that's my version of double hunting. So I'm going to do about 4 more resets here and call it a night, because I did say I just want to get to 150 and call it. When I started streaming a couple hours ago, I was at 100. So it took me just about 3 hours just to get 50 resets, and that is a long time. It's a very long time. So that kind of gives you a general idea of how long it could possibly take. So I just really have to hope I get lucky. But like I said, I'm strapped in. So if I do 50 in roughly 3 hours, it'll take me 6 hours to do 100 resets. That is a long time. That's almost like part-time at a job. That's crazy. Thinking about it. So that's why I was thinking about, taking this seriously, just, probably just instead of working full time, getting a part time job, I can get something part time and still make the way. And have more time doing something I like doing. I wouldn't mind it. It's not like I'm going to be soft resetting forever. Or hunting forever. Or constantly. See, this was one of my lucky states. So 3 more and we'll call it. I actually may like YouTube a little more because, on Twitch I just get a lot of bots and, there's hella people streaming. I mean, of course there's probably a lot of people streaming on YouTube as well. However, Twitch is strictly streaming unless Twitch pulls, it pulls a Twitter or it pulls an Instagram where it just copies off each other, which I doubt it. I don't think YouTube will let them do that because I don't think YouTube likes Twitch, so, or vice versa. So I think it should stay like that. And I like YouTube for the fact that you can, expand your brand with your channel like people have been doing for years, upload videos and at the same time stream and have the same mechanics as Twitch. I like that a lot. Oh, my repel were off. There's some states where I get unbelievably lucky finding both. Like, I find them, like, really fast. And those are the good ones. Yep, I see that, with YouTube. Of course, with YouTube, I'm not sure the specifics, but Twitch prioritizes bigger streamers so that they use up less of their CPU. Not really less of their CPU, I'm sorry. Disregard that. Twitch prioritizes bigger streamers, so, they, with streamers that don't get a lot of views, of course, like me, because, I'm not that famous, or I'm not famous at all. They prioritize bigger streamers, so if a specific streamer is streaming, or, there's multiple, big streamers on Twitch, they'll throw you into a server where it's like impossible to stream. You'll be experiencing drop frames and whatnot, and I don't think YouTube does that, and it'll be a good thing if they don't. I haven't researched it, but if that's the case, I'll love streaming on YouTube because nothing makes me more frustrated than dropping frames. It's the most annoying thing ever. That was good. That was semi-fast. Okay, 2 more. And then that'll do it for my test stream. But yeah, that's pretty much why I like YouTube a lot more. And I'm pretty sure that, my guess or my hunch is probably correct. So, I mean, it's been running pretty smooth. I mean, I have another tab up. I haven't experienced any drop frames. And I don't know, I feel like on YouTube, my stream looks way more crisp. And that's another thing. You have to be partnered with Twitch to like actually get, 1080p, which is crazy. And that's what I'm saying. They prioritize, the people that are partnered, obviously, because, if you have like hundreds of viewers, that pretty much means you're partnered. I don't really know anyone that streams on Twitch that gets, about more than 1.5K and not partnered. So yeah, I think maybe YouTube may be the move. We'll see. Because it definitely looks more crisp and more smooth on YouTube. But yeah, like I said, we will see. Because even though Twitch is on its other shit, you have no choice but to, use it. Because I think it, of course it is the biggest streaming platform. And, it was pretty much the first to do everything when it comes to streaming. So, you kind of always have to have both, unless you're under a contract. But, yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll just do these last few. Oops. Oh, you are far away. Come on, bless me. Not being too kind right now. Yeah, when I get to about like 7 more repels, I start panicking. Like a lot. But I've never ran out of repels, so even though it takes time, I will see it eventually, or encounter it eventually. Yep. Alright, do one more, and then I'm gonna call it. But yeah, this looks really crispy. almost looks like I'm like a professional on Twitch with the quality that YouTube has. It's funny that on YouTube it looks like this. On YouTube it makes you look like you're on Twitch and you're like partnered. The quality is fantastic. But there has to be a catch, man. There's a catch to everything. Or just maybe YouTube is just, really trying to put itself out there when it comes to streaming. But you never know along the road. They may do this. They may pull a Twitch. All right, good. That's one. And the final. No shiny today. So now that'll conclude this. I'll start streaming on YouTube probably like around the morning, on the weekends. I'm not gonna be on YouTube through the week because it's gonna be hard to balance out YouTube and Twitch with a limited amount of time I have through the week. So I'll do YouTube in the morning on the weekend, and I'll primarily be on Twitch until otherwise. So, yep. I'll be back on the weekend. And if you want to see me on Twitch, where I primarily stream, it's just same thing, twitch.tv/Black Scarecrow. See ya.